At the age of 6, I was sexually abused by a family member. This caused a lot of pain, hurt, disgust, and a lot of confusion. Growing up, my mum had so many partners. Literally, there was a different man coming in and out of our house, so much so that one of them actually abused me, and that just led to even more anger, confusion, hate. Every man that came into my house, I just didn't want to know. Also, whilst growing up, pornography would be played in my house. I'll be playing with my dolls and my toys, and then it would just be playing on the TV, and I would say from like 10 years old, my mind was already sexual. So growing up, I had developed a major insecurities. I hate looking in the mirror. There's times I'll look in the mirror and just cry because I just hated the way I looked. And in my mind, it was just like, if I was touched by a male, I don't want to be a female anymore. Around this time, I just made up my mind. I said I want nothing to do with boys. I'm not interested. And that's when I started my relationship with my first girlfriend, because she went through the same thing that I went through. So she was battling with her own things. She was self-harming, she was depressed, and I just wanted love. I was very clingy. I needed her all the time, but she couldn't fulfill that void that was inside of me. During this relationship, I used to self-harm. I saw my girlfriend do it, and I thought, because it helped her, it might help me. So I used to self-harm a lot. And also during this time, I used to experience flashbacks, bad dreams, flashbacks of my abuser coming into my room at night. And this really made me feel really low, just lost, and just made me go even deeper into depression. My friend invited me to the youth group, and when I came, we had a lot of things, and I just decided, listen, I don't want to go out with this girl anymore, so I broke up with her. And then 2 years down the line, that's when I got into another relationship with a female inside of the church. And at first it was okay, but then I just felt a bit controlled, I felt lost, and I was like, this is not what I want anymore. So I just decided, like, listen, I need to break this off, because this is not giving me the happiness or the love that I actually need. I didn't have an identity. I would shave my hair, dye it all different types of colours, because I didn't know who I wanted to be. I started to get piercings. I got my tongue pierced, nose pierced, ear piercings, because I just wanted to look completely different. I would get a lot of compliments, so much compliments, but there'll be a time when I'm out and I don't get any compliments. So it just made me feel like, okay, I must be ugly today, no one likes me. And that just literally brought me down. I just hated myself from then. And because my mind was crushed so much, I just felt like worthless. I felt like I was nothing, that no one could help me. I didn't trust anyone. I just felt like I couldn't do anything because I was so weak-minded. So coming to the church for 5 years, I wouldn't miss a service. You know, I was always here, but I just wasn't taking it serious until one day, literally, I made up my mind. I made a decision. I was like, listen, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to have a weak mind anymore. So as soon as I made my decision, things took off from there. And what didn't happen in 5 years happened in 4 months. So after my deliverance, I really understood the importance of having the Holy Spirit and why I needed the Holy Spirit, because I just wanted a new life. I didn't want to be that depressed, lonely, sad, confused person anymore. I literally wanted to be a new India. In order to receive the Holy Spirit, I realised that I had to forgive my abuser. I had to forgive my mum. So I wrote her like a 3-page letter, and I put it on her bed. And then she read all of it, like how I felt and what's happened, because she didn't know about the abuse, but she said she had an idea. But I said, whatever happened, everything that you've put like the family through, with all these different men coming in and out, I forgive you. And I also had to open up to God, because for me, it was really embarrassing. I didn't want to speak about it, but this is one thing that God required from me, was to open up and to be sincere and to be real. But the hardest thing I had to do was forgive myself, because every time I used to look in the mirror, I just felt so disgusted, but I had to let that go, give it to God and forgive myself, because that was the only way I could have moved forward. It was in a night vigil where I received the Holy Spirit, and I remember just pouring out everything. I was like, God, you need to fill me tonight, because literally you are all I want. And I remember one time I just lifted up my hands, my eyes to God, and I was like, listen, God, I receive you. And that's when I received the Holy Spirit, and I just felt so light. My mind just felt not blocked anymore. Like there was a complete change, a complete difference. And that night was one of the best nights of my life. From that moment, literally, I felt so happy. I felt so light. Literally, it was like I was a new person. It's like I didn't want to leave God's presence. I wanted him to stay with me forever. And it's just like, is this what I was missing out on? And I was so happy I made my decision. And from then, like, my life has just been great. Today I'm confident, I'm so sure of myself, I have a strong mind, like I want to live. There's no more depression here, there's no more anxiety. I am an assistant, I help so many young girls that have been through similar situations as me. I'm free from grudges, I'm free from resentment, I'm free from all of these things. I'm even in a relationship now. I am a makeup artist, so I have a business in that. And literally every day God's just blessing me, my family's blessed, everything's just moving forward. The way God has filled me, the way he's changed me, I'm so grateful.